Oklahoma, toughness is a way of life. And tonight, the heavyweights take center stage. Charlie Cleveland, raw power, relentless pressure. Nyall's Bartling, composed, dangerous, built for the moment. In this octagon, every move has consequences. Every decision carries weight. And precision decides everything. In a place forged by hard work. Only the toughest rise. LFA 230 starts now.
Tonight, the LFA Octagon blows into the Sooner State in Shawnee, Oklahoma for the second half of back-to-back events from 2 different continents. From inside the Grand Event Center in the Grand Casino Resort, this is LFA number 230. What's up, LFA Nation? Welcome to the Legacy Fighting Alliance on Vice TV. I am Ron Kruk. He, of course, is the former Strikeforce and WEC lightweight champion, Gilbert Melendez. So good to have you back in the booth, my man. And your first trip here to Shawnee, Oklahoma, of course, the home of actor Brad Pitt. So tonight, Gil, the LFA stages their version of Fight Club.
Oh, what a fun fact, man. Brad Pitt from Fight Club is from here. Who would have thunk it? He'd be very proud of us because we have our LFA Fight Club tonight.
Hey, remember, rule number 1,
don't talk about Fight Club. Okay,
there you go, there we go. All right, well, there's always a special feeling when the heavyweights get the marquee fight of the night. And fight fans, that's what we will be delivering to you in the main event, when 2 former college athletes from 2 different sports will meet in our main event. A future title shot hangs in the balance when former college football player Charlie Cleveland throws down with former college wrestler Nyle Bartling. Gil, let's begin with Charlie Cleveland, who is a 4-time All-American defensive end at Tiffin University, a D2 school in Ohio, and he has successfully and quickly made the transition from the gridiron to the octagon. He has won 5 of 6, and he has shown off some punching power. He has 4 first-round finishes.
Yeah, well, Charlie Cleveland is an American mixed martial artist that specializes in MMA, a short time in MMA, and has made a big splash. Smooth in the LFA octagon, managing the distance, dynamite in the hands, powerful, and very good IQ, knowing the right time to close the distance, knowing the right time to kick. Yes, a short time in MMA, but man, he's dedicated a lifetime to being an optimal athlete, and it shows out there, a dedication of a life to football, and now he's transitioned to MMA. Talking about preparing for this fight, he said, it was grueling. I know I'm fighting a wrestler. Right. A lot of takedown defense against the cage, a lot of grueling grounds, working, getting off a bottom. That's the right stuff I like to hear for a guy preparing for someone like the wrestler we have.
Well, that is a scary thought, that Cleveland has only been training in mixed martial arts around 18 months. The future is very bright for him. But the man who is trying to dim that light is former University of Nebraska wrestler Nyle Bartling. And he too, Gil, has successfully transitioned from his college sport to MMA. He has won 9 of 11, and he was featured on The Ultimate Fighter Season 30. He comes into this fight 100% finishing rate. He has 9 wins. He has finished his opponent 9 times, 5 of those wins coming by way of knockout TKO, and 4 via submission.
And Nyle Bartling is becoming that seasoned vet in mixed martial arts now. 9-2, an American mixed martial artist who specializes in wrestling, has a high guard, protects his chin well, is willing to strike on the feet, but loves to pressure, get into chaos, and ultimately take his opponents down, systematically pass their guards, ground and pound, and looks for that arm triangle, looks for that back finish. He knows he needs to use his wrestling. His opponent is very elusive, is gonna try to keep been on his feet. He's going to have to weather the storm and systematically use that grappling to get his opponent down.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and there is a lot on the line here in Oklahoma. This is a heavyweight title eliminator fight between two men who can finish a fight in a flash. They have combined for 13 finishes, 11 of those coming in the first round. That is our LFA 230 main event. Let's now check out the rest of the matchups here in Oklahoma. Co-main features Oklahoma's own David Wright, who will enjoy home cage advantage when he tangles with former LFA title contender and top Canadian prospect John Moore, who has won 6 of 7. Also entering the octagon tonight is Jake Woodley, the former Oklahoma Sooner wrestler, now training at Jackson Wink, who has had his hand raised in 6 of 7 fights. He'll tangle with Shane Sobnosky Jr. Gil, some intriguing matchups tonight. What's your potential fight of the night?
My potential fight of the night is Elias Rodriguez versus Nick Fields. Elias Rodriguez training with Corey Samhagen, man. He is slick out there, showing some salsa, flying knees, very, very slick in his striking, but his opponent, Nick Fields, is a banger, a brawler, has even done bare knuckles. I think it's a perfect recipe for some great mixed martial arts striking in the LFA octagon.
Should be a lot of fun. We are set to go. This place is rocking. This is LFA number 230. And as always, the LFA fight odds are powered by DimeBet, the official sports betting site and online casino of the Legacy Fighting Alliance. Scan the QR code on the screen and get in on the action. Chris Connors is the favorite at minus 147, and the slight underdog is Finn Martin at plus 107. Now to kick off LFA number 230, here's the voice of the LFA Octagon, Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live around the world tonight from the Grand Event Center inside the Grand Casino Hotel Resort here in Shawnee, Oklahoma for LFA 230, Bartling versus Cleveland. Tonight's event is presented by Monster Energy, DimeBit.com, and OnlyFans. These bouts are sanctioned under the Citizen Potawatomi Nation Athletic Commission, overseen tonight by Director Joey Miller. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to kick off tonight's event and making his way inside the LFA Octagon, Chris Connors.
Coming off a win in his pro debut 11 weeks ago, St. Louis's Chris Carnage Connors looks to stay undefeated in his LFA debut tonight. 1-0 as a pro, went 6-0 as an amateur. He scored a win in his pro debut back in January. He comes in as Tapology's number 10 ranked light heavyweight in Kansas and Missouri. And Gil, he has a 100% finish rate as a pro and amateur. Scored a submission in his pro debut and had 4 knockouts and 1 sub as an Ami.
Wow, 100% finishing rate. That's what the fans like. That's what we like. And more importantly, that's what the bosses look for and love. That's how you get signed to the next level. We want to see guys going for it, trying to conclude fights and finish, whether they go out on their shield or send someone out on their shield. But Chris Carnage Connors said, I promise fireworks. Yes, I can grapple. I'm working in that department, but I prefer to bang, man. I'm looking to catch my opponent on the way in, man, and I want to just keep training hard and keep elevating and show the world that I'm going to get a first-round KO and shock everybody tonight.
The LFA debut of Chris Connors.
His opponent now making his way to the octagon, Finn Martin.
And after a win in his pro and LFA debut in October, unbeaten Army veteran Finn Martin returns to the LFA. This is his first fight outside of Tennessee, lives and trains in Nashville. 1-0 as a pro. He too went 6-0 as an amateur, scored a round 1 TKO win in his pro debut. He has also won 7 in a row going back to his amateur career. Tapology's #1 ranked light heavyweight in Tennessee. And he was stationed at Fort Sill in Walton, Oklahoma, United States Army post earlier in his life, Gil.
Let's look at Finn Martin's highlights. A very excited fighter, not scared to exchange punches, throwing big punches in his first fight over there in Clarksville. Ultimately took him down, ground and pounded him. And when we talked with Finn Martin, he said, I wasn't very happy with my performance in there. I got a little impatient and rushed him with the striking, but he said, I'm gonna learn how to be more patient, more focused out there. He said, listen, man, my opponent has good range. He's a great fighter, but I'm better than him everywhere. Put him against the cage, take him down, man. If it runs, he's not scared to stand and bang with him.
Absolutely not. Here's the tail of the tape for this 195-pound catchweight, powered by Dark Sport Athletics. Finn Martin, 29 years old. Chris Connors is a year younger. Martin, the taller athlete by 2 inches, but Connors is longer in the reach by 3 inches. Both fighters came in under the 195-pound mark. Inside to Mike Kendall.
Fight fans, this contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds and an LFA catchweight at 195 pounds, brought to you tonight by Dark Sport Athletics. Check them out online at darksportathletics.com. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This striker stands 6'1", weighing in 192.6 pounds. He holds a 1-0 record. That win coming by way of submission. Representing St. Charles MMA, fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Chris Carnage Connors. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a grappler standing 6'3", weighing in 194.2 pounds. He also holds a 1-0 record. That win coming by way of knockout. Representing Nashville MMA, fighting out of Nashville, Tennessee, Finn Martin. Your referee, Kevin Nix.
All right, fighters, we went over the rules in the back. I expect a good, clean fight. Touch close now, go to corner B Warriors.
Rain Girl Audrey getting us set here for what a matchup. We have both fighters unbeaten, both earned wins in their pro debuts, and both have won 7 straight. That's how you kick off an event.
Fighter ready, fight!
Chris Connors, blue tape, and Finn Martin with the red. We are underway from Shawnee, Oklahoma. This is LFA number 230. Catches the kick of Connors, but he caught it. Absolutely, Gil. He ate one, and now he's looking for a single leg takedown, and he gets it.
Connors on the guillotine, lets it go. Great job for Finn to close the distance. 8-1 on the way in, but now this is where he wants to be in the half guard position. Gonna see what Connors can do on his back.
Finn Martin, grappling specialist, brown belt in BJJ, picked up jiu-jitsu after high school wrestling. He was a state champion wrestler at Bradford High School in Virginia. And Chris Connors gives up the back and gets taken down again.
Nice mat return for Finn Martin. Chris Connors, though, great job on working on his way to his feet. Doesn't want to settle, doesn't want to stay here.
Connors, the St. Charles MMA product. Jackson McVeigh.
Really good wrestling, riding by Finn Martin here. Holding that wrist of Connors. Connors lets it go.
And the scramble, Finn Martin ends on the back of Connors and plants him down for a 3rd time here in the opening frame.
Huge mat return.
Finn Martin wasting no time here, Gil, in this opening round.
Definitely not implementing his game plan. Wanted to put Connors on his heels, get him to the cage.
Right.
So far, really good riding by Martin. Getting a little bit of space here. Looking to land some ground and pound. Connor's trying to work his way up again. He's aware of the mat return coming. Another big lift. Connor's holding the head though. Back step. Doesn't work.
No.
Another mat return. What I do like about Connors though is not settling. Get up, keep getting up. If he picks you up and drops you on your back 3 times, that's okay. 4 times, 5 times, whatever it is, don't settle there. It's a lot of energy to re-drop someone. It's a lot of energy to pick him up and slam him over and over. Nice elbow by Martin too, sorry.
Well, Finn Martin in control early here in this catchweight matchup. Both fighters 1-0, solid amateur careers. And Finn Martin training out of Nashville MMA with Dustin Ortiz. My stat guru AJ's not here tonight, but Ortiz said that he believes he and Nashville MMA are 10-0 in the LFA. Nashville MMA and Ortiz. Ortiz, one of those coaches that continues to find some hidden talent and top prospects.
Oh yeah, he says it with conviction. I know AJ's not here, but I believe Dustin. Beautiful job, Martin flattened out with the hooks in. Letting some punches go.
Gil. Is heavy shots being dropped by Finn Martin. Big shots! And that is all! Thank you and good night. Finn Martin drops the mic and scores himself a first-round finish. This will be his 4th finish in the opening frame. And man, did he look good. Building off his victory in his pro and LFA debut back at LFA 219 in his first fight outside of Tennessee. There he is with Coach Dustin Ortiz. Let's go indeed. What an impressive performance by the 29-year-old Gil.
Finn just showing that amazing wrestling he has. Over and over, mat returning, Chris Connors. Connors a lot of heart trying to build his base. But Finn Martin, look at this, just picking him up, dropping him to the canvas, wearing him, beating him up with his wrestling. Eventually just moving his way to mount, landing some really big punches on top here, landing on the chin of Chris Connors. Connors, man, tried his best to get up over and over, gets caught right here in the juggle, punch after punch for Finn Martin. Man, an impressive 2-0, 2 first-round finish, but you said something, Ron. He came to enemy territory, hostile territory, he jumped on a plane, he traveled, he came out here. That's another win for him. That's new for his mixed martial arts career. Great job for Finn Martin and Coach Dustin Ortiz.
Great point, Gil. Big win for Finn Martin. We'll get the official time on the other side. Back in Shawnee, Oklahoma. What a way to kick off LFA number 230. Big win for Finn Martin. Improves to 2-0. We will now get the official time. Here's Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Kevin Nix, calls a stop to this fight. 3 minutes, 41 seconds of the very first round, declaring you winner by TKO, Finn Martin.
Well, the win streak, Gil, rolls on. 8th consecutive win, including his amateur career for Tennessee's Finn Martin, beating another unbeaten fighter, takes the O from Chris Connors. And man, did he look impressive tonight, Gil?
Man, Finn did look impressive, imposed his will, pressed forward, got the takedown, just did what he does best. And man, that's a big win, 2-0. Dustin Ortiz has to be proud, and an impressive performance.
Great crowd as always here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. The first time the LFA is back here in Shawnee in 3 years. Been a minute, but another great crowd. And as always, we have a sold-out arena. We have loud, knowledgeable fans, and we have some of the best in the mixed martial arts world, including the man joining us now, Oklahoma's own LFA alum who fought for Legacy FC, and the man, the myth, Raphael Lovato Jr., Oklahoma's own, is right here with us. Raphael, great to see you, man. Welcome back, buddy.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Absolutely. I was just talking about it. You won a title with Legacy FC back in the day. I think it was back in 2016. What do you remember from that time?
Oh, man, that was such a great time in my life. Just, you know, the climb, the journey, working your way up to the top, and going into the new, you know, into the new arena, and all the lessons and the experience. The time that I got to spend with my team, my coaches, it really was a special time in my life, and it's good to be back on, you know, the coaching side back here again, and be a part of another young man's rise to the top.
Before we talk about the coaching side, I think we should talk about your new side quest that you did. You did some wrestling. It was super impressive to watch, and to see a mixed martial artist, a grappler, just a martial artist in general, pursue a new discipline, wrestling. Talk about that.
Back to college, right? Rodney.
Yeah, it was rough, you know, trying to manage wrestling practice, college classes, and run my business, teach my classes, do my training, compete, be a father. I have 3-year-old twins at home.
Oh, wow.
So it was a lot, but it was amazing. You know, the team was incredible. They ended up finishing 3rd place in the country. As an NAIA team, Oklahoma City University. Just, you know, I couldn't resist. The opportunity came. Their heavyweight got hurt, and the coach is a good friend of mine. Actually, he's one of my black belts, and he was like, hey, did you graduate college? Could you be eligible? And I'm like, yeah, I think I could. And we made it happen. I jumped in and had a great time with the boys and got some more work, you know, got some more experience to add to the notch. And yeah, it was fun. I'm happy it's over, though.
At 42 years old, right?
Yes, sir.
42 years young, man. Look at this guy. He's just a young buck, man. But now let's talk about your coaching world now. You have been training with David Wright since he was just a kid at Lovato, BJJ, and MMA in Oklahoma City. He had so many nice things to say about you, Coach, saying that you were not only his professor and his training partner, but you're like a brother to him. Talk about the relationship with David Wright.
Man, he's a really special kid. You know, obviously he has a lot of athletic ability, you know, just a beast in every way. He had multiple scholarships for college in different sports. But what I love most about him is just his hunger to learn. He's so humble. He shows up every day, works super hard. He's really the hardest working person in the room, listens, does all the things he's supposed to be doing outside the academy as well. And, you know, he has a family, a young boy and a baby girl, and he's just been doing everything right. And, you know, he really deserves everything that's coming to him. He's put in the work, and he's hitting new levels.
Yeah, for those of us that haven't seen David, what can we expect to see from him? What kind of fighter is he?
Man, he's explosive. All of his victories have been a finish, submissions, knockouts. He's got power in both hands. He has wrestling experience. Obviously, he's one of my jiu-jitsu students. He's a multiple-time no-gi world medalist. So, you know, just a well-rounded, complete fighter that is looking to finish the fight the whole time. Expect violence, for sure.
Well, we can't wait. I know you got to get backstage and get coaching again, but anytime you do an MMA event here in Oklahoma, you have to have Raphael Lovato Jr. And a fond memory for me, Raphael, was when you and I got to call some fights here as well. That was a blast. Maybe you can join Gilbert and me in
let's
one
go.
of these times.
I'm
Let's
ready.
go. I can't wait. All right, Coach, go do your thing. We appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy. Tomorrow night, a key lightweight matchup headlines the third UFC Fight Night of the year from the Meta Apex in Las Vegas, when one of my broadcast partners from Brazil, Renato Moicano, takes on Chris Duncan. LFA alumni will be well represented as always, with 13 former athletes, including a pair of past title holders. The former heavyweight champ, Thomas Peterson, and the past middleweight kingpin, Azamat Bakoyev, will enter the octagon, and the co-main event will feature LFA alum Baby Shark Tabitha Ricci, who went a spotless 3-0 in the LFA. What a first quarter of the year it's been for LFA alumni who have been signed by the UFC. Here are some of the accomplishments former LFA athletes have achieved in the first 3 months of 2026. 31 total victories have already been accumulated by LFA alumni. There have been 10 LFA super fights featuring former athletes battling each other. $700,000 in performance bonuses have been awarded to LFA alumni. A total of 4 LFA athletes have been signed directly to the UFC, and 3 past LFA veterans have headlined UFC shows in 2026. Not only is the LFA helping the next generation of MMA stars get to the UFC, but they are succeeding once they arrive. Coming up next, 2 featherweights look to introduce themselves to the MMA world when Oklahoma's Nick Fields makes his LFA debut. He'll battle with Colorado's Elias Rodriguez, who looks to remain unbeaten and get on the UFC's radar. You're watching LFA 230 on Vice TV.
On April 17th, the LFA returns to the Mystic Lake Casino Hotel in Minnesota. In the main event, 2 rising contenders clash in a brutal showdown as undefeated Tanner Tremblay looks to make it 7 in a row against the always dangerous Elijah Johns. The LFA returns to Minnesota.
Feel the rush of the cage, the spin of pure fortune. Dimebit.com, where MMA legends clash and casino reels ignite. Bet live on every punch, every takedown, every knockout. Dive into blazing slots and high-stakes tables. This isn't luck, it's engineered adrenaline. Risk meets reward. Champions are crowned. Dimebit.com. Casino, sportsbook. Step into the fight. Visit now.
Bruce Irons.
One of the best 2 riders in the world.
Bruce Irons.
Get back out on the main track and spin a few more laps.
We are at Hampton Downs in Auckland for the last race of 2025.
Today we're looking at the top 3 moments from our 2025 season. First up is Daytona.
We are here to show you a typical day of training for Dakar 2025.
Who am I? I'm a champion.
Yes!
Most people think getting in fighting shape is all about brutal workouts and starving yourself. They're wrong, and I should know.
World-renowned trainer of 12 UFC champions, 3-time trainer of the year.
Here's my secret weapon. Bondi Pure cuts off hunger and nourishes your body. This makes cutting, leaning out, and getting into top condition easy.
45,000 success stories and counting.
Try it risk-free for 90 days. Bondi Pure, it's the champion's secret to effortless weight cutting.
Welcome back to LFA 230 on Vice TV. Featherweights enter the octagon next as Nick Fields meets the biggest favorite on the card, Elias Rodriguez. Here are the dime bit fight odds. Scan the QR code on the screen and get in on the action at Dime Bit Casino and Sportsbook. Rodriguez is a minus 33.33, and the comeback on the dog, and Nick Fields is plus 790. Here's Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, now making his way to the LFA octagon, Elias Rodriguez.
Just a few days after his 25th birthday, unbeaten, Elias Rodriguez looks to remain unbeaten and improve to 4-0. 3-0 as a pro, went 5-0 as an amateur. So if you do the math, he has won 8 straight. 100% finishing rate, a couple knockouts, and a submission win. 4th LFA appearance. All pro fights have been right here in the LFA octagon, and he always entertains. Gil, he's coming off the fastest finish of his pro career. Took 3 minutes and 43 seconds to score a first-round knockout of Dylan Booker back at LFA 219 in October.
Elias Rodriguez, a Corey Samhagen protege, as you can see in his fighting style. You know, very light in his feet, sets up a lot of traps, sticking and moving, great combinations, loves the flying knee, loves exchanging punches. A proud Dominican, man. You know, he does a little salsa out there. Say, watch my salsa. Yeah, man, he's a great fighter. He's improving. He said a lot of drilling with Samhagen this fight. Hours of it, drilling and sparring and brainstorming. It's like, you know, they're bouncing up ideas. It's like he's getting Samhagen's respect now a little bit more. A student, but also a teammate now. Really great to see his growth. Elijah's, he's on the rise.
It was funny when he said, I'm Dominican and I'm bad at baseball, but watching Team USA in the World Baseball Classic, I really wish I was better at baseball.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, he could swing them.
Well said, absolutely.
His opponent now making his way to the octagon, Nick Fields.
In his first fight in 14 months, Oklahoma's Nick Fields gets a tough task in his LFA debut tonight, taking on undefeated opponent. But he comes in with a 100% finishing rate as a pro, 3 knockouts and 2 submissions. As an amateur, had 4 KOs and 2 submissions. But Gil, 4 first-round finishes, comes in as Tapology's number 4 ranked featherweight in Oklahoma for his LFA debut.
Yeah, Nick Fields is tough. He's a banger. He's aggressive. And he says, I'm always looking for the finish. I'm always looking to entertain. You know, he believes his experience in fighting, whether it's bare knuckle, Muay Thai, and mixed martial arts, it'll play advantage for him. Intelligent aggression, smart boxing. I'm gonna be in his face. I'm gonna be durable, and man, I'm gonna get a 2nd round KO. No one told this man that he's an underdog tonight.
Not at all. Pro Muay Thai record went 2-1, as Gil said. Amateur bare knuckle experience said, that's not really for me. I'm gonna stick with some MMA and maybe some Muay Thai. But Nick Fields, 33 years old, training with Team Impact from Coweta, Oklahoma, originally from Tulsa. Nick Fields making his LFA debut tonight. Let's now check out the numbers and the tail of the tape, powered by a Bondi Pure. 33-year-old Nick Fields is 8 years older than Elias Rodriguez. Both athletes stand 5'9", made the contracted weight, and the 3-inch reach advantage goes the way of Rodriguez. Once again, Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA Featherweight division, brought to you tonight by Bondi Pure, the ultimate daily health and detox drink. It's a science, not a diet. Learn more at bondipure.com. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This striker stands 5'9", weight in 144.8 pounds. He holds a 3-0 professional record with 2 wins, coming by way of knockout and 1 by way of submission. Representing Tiger Beetle Martial Arts, fighting out of Denver, Colorado, El Bachatero, Elias Rodriguez. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a kickboxer and jiu-jitsu style fighter standing 5'9", weight in 145 pounds. He holds a 5-3 record with 3 wins coming by way of knockout and 2 by way of submission. Representing Team Impact, fighting out of Coweta, Oklahoma, Nick Fields. Your referee, Marcio La Selva.
Gentlemen, we went over the rules already today. Obey my commands all the time, protect yourself all the time. I expect a clean fight. If you want to shake hands, do it now. Back to your corners.
Ring girl Kayla's got us set for the opening round of this LFA featherweight matchup. Elias Rodriguez, the protege of Corey Sandhagen, and Nick Fields. We are underway. Elias Rodriguez with the blue tape, green trunks, and Nick Fields, he has the red tape, black shorts. Ron Kruk and Gilbert Melendez with you. 1 first-round finish for Rodriguez, 4 first-round finishes for Nick Fields. This is a tough test for Rodriguez going against the veteran Fields, Gil.
Yeah, Fields has some whiskers. He's durable. He's been in some battles. He thrives on being durable and wearing people out and coming back with big bump, but he's in trouble already.
He sure is. Big shots landing from Elias Rodriguez, pounding away, looking for a first-round finish, and he got it. Payment rendered. Quick work tonight by Elias Rodriguez. Man, that kid has some powerful punches, and he took it to Nick Fields right away.
Wow, man. That was a great performance. Elias shows that he can be elusive. He can jab. He can control the distance. Man, but he has the hammers. He has the power. And he can finish some people right out the gate, sticking a good jab, overhand right, left hook lands. Fields doesn't know what hit him. He's covering up already. The barrage comes, the knee comes through. More hooks. Big punches, man. Beautiful jaw for Elias. Look at that, man. Just controlling it, just outclassing Fields here. Put him against the cage. Oh, look at that. Pulls the hand down, right hand, left hook gets
that
through.
was slick.
My goodness, Fields just had nothing for him. Different level.
Biggest favorite on the card at minus 33.33, and Elias Rodriguez gets his salsa in and the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Marcio La Selva, calls a stop to this fight in just 36 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by TKO, El Bachatero, Elias Rodriguez.
Still unbeaten and still surging, Colorado's Elias Rodriguez has extended his win streak to 4 as a pro and 9 straight back to his amateur career. He is now standing by with our champ, Gilbert Melendez.
Elias, beautiful performance. You made quick work of your opponent, man. Tell us how you're feeling, and it looks like everything went to plan.
I'm feeling great. All glory to God. Gracias a Dios. Hey, everybody that's watching on the TV, watching at home, my parents that are here, my little brother, shout out to you, Lidan, because I always would, mess with you and practice my moves when we were a kid, but I'm feeling great.
Man, every fight professionally has been in this LFA octagon. You're truly battle-tested, man. You've been fighting some of the best, man. What does it feel like fighting every fight in the LFA octagon?
It's awesome, I like fighting. LFA's here, they've been taking care of me. I like fighting for LFA. I love the promotion that, the show that they put on. So it's awesome fighting for LFA.
Your coach is here, Corey Samhagen, someone you work with closely, a training partner, someone you said you drilled a lot with. How has that really helped your career?
It's helped me. I mean, when you're with one of the best minds in the game, literally minds, as Corey's such an intelligent guy, intelligent fighter, it's gonna rub off on you. You just have to open your ears. Sometimes it's better to just shut up and listen.
Man, you said you were gonna do some salsa out here, man. You perform big. What do you want next in your fight career?
I want to get another fight. I want to get to the UFC. I don't know how many I need to get there, but I'm gonna be in the UFC. I'm coming for y'all heads. Estos son fibro dominicano, loco.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Elias Rodriguez.
The featherweight division has been alerted. Elias Rodriguez gets another win. That's his 9th straight when you include his amateur career. There he is with the great Corey Sandhagen and the Tiger Beetle martial arts team. He was talked about drilling with Corey. He's like, all we do is spar, we drill one-on-one, we conceptualize, and then we just figure new stuff out. And man, did he make quick work of Nick Fields, destroyed his eye, and Elias Rodriguez is now 4-0 as a pro.
On April 17th, the LFA returns to the Mystic Lake Casino Hotel in Minnesota. In the main event, 2 rising contenders clash in a brutal showdown as undefeated Tanner Tremblay looks to make it 7 in a row. Against the always dangerous Elijah Johns. The LFA returns to Minnesota.
The Mystic Lake Casino Hotel in Prior Lake, Minnesota plays host to LFA 231 on Friday, April 17th. And an important featherweight showdown headlines. The former 145-pound champion, Elijah Johns, looks to earn his 9th career win in the LFA octagon and take a step closer to reclaiming his belt when he battles with Minnesota product and former St. Cloud State wrestler Tanner Tremblay, who has won 13 straight fights, including his amateur career. As always, the card in Minnesota is loaded. International Showcase highlights the co-main event as former title contender and top Canadian flyweight Devin Lozay returns to face Mexico's best in 11-1 Ernesto Ibarra. Also returning are lightweight standouts Steve Collins, Cannon Swanson, and the U.S. debut of England's Daniel Holt. Tickets for LFA 231 and this can't-miss event are available at Ticketmaster.com. And for more information, athlete articles, and an event preview from inside LFA, follow the promotion at LFA Fighting. Plenty of more action coming your way from here in Oklahoma. Up next, it's a homecoming for former Oklahoma Sooner wrestler Jake Woodley. He returns to face 14-fight veteran Shane Subnoski Jr. from Texas, who looks to improve to 3-0 inside the LFA octagon. Wow, you're watching LFA number 230 exclusively on Vice TV.
narrative that I'm the best in the league. Who you comparing with that isn't fed at the top of the throne of this league? How you moving so on the speed? I just been bringing the heat. I just been bringing the fire.
The future of fortune. The edge of exhilaration. At Dimebit.com, the odds are rewritten, the stakes are redefined, and the thrill is unparalleled. Not just a game, a revolution in motion. Imagine a world where every wager is a step closer to the ultimate prize. When the world plays safe, you play smart. Dimebit.com, casino, sportsbook, your playground of possibilities. It's engineered adrenaline, push past the boundaries, defy expectations. Visit us now.
CPI, stem cells, they could do some wild shit down there.
My shoulder was jacked. I went down there, it worked, man.
Eric Anders' neck was up, and then he went down and got stem cell treatment. Now it doesn't bother him at all anymore.
I definitely recommend CPI. It's changed my life. The best stem cell clinic in the world.
I just come and I do stem cells to make sure that I'm resetting my body and staying healthy.
It regenerates tissue, reduces inflammation. The results are amazing.
When it comes to the science of stem cells, no one comes close to CPI. There's not even a close second.
A local jump spot. This is where I've learned pretty much all the tricks that I know, and I spend so much time here just to get comfortable in jumps and also just to train.
The condition is like -15, so the feeling temperature is like -25.
Today is tournament day. We're going to be taking you through from start to finish. Hopefully we win the whole thing and celebrate with y'all.
The idea of the day is to help you learn what is your best swim position in a wetsuit. We now try and determine her perfect swim pace for an Ironman distance.
Bruce Irons.
One of the best tube riders in the world.
Bruce Irons.
Back in Shawnee, Oklahoma, and the Oklahoma wrestling staff and wrestlers are here to support the return and homecoming of Jake Woodley. They are pumped and ready to go. Of course, shirts off. Why wouldn't you do it, man? They are super excited to see the return of the milkman, Jake Woodley, the former Sooner wrestler. It's great to have the coaching staff and the recruits here in the building as we check out the dime bit fight odds for this featherweight matchup. And Jake Woodley comes in as a big -625 favorite. And the comeback on the 34-year-old Shane Subnoski Jr. is +359. Let's get the official fighter introductions. We go to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, now making his way inside the LFA Octagon, Shane Subnoski Jr.
In his first LFA appearance in almost 4 years, Texas's Shane Subnoski Jr. returns looking for a much-needed win here tonight. He's 2-0 inside the LFA Octagon, but he's in the middle of a 4-fight losing skid. Had a 6-fight win streak before this current skid. Third LFA appearance. Scored a TKO win back at LFA 134 in 2022, Gil.
Man, Subnoski's an interesting guy. He's the entertainer. Believe it or not, he works at a circus, man. He lays on nails. They put bricks on him. He's a carny, man. They break bricks on him. He's durable as heck, man. But talking with him, he's also a smart guy who loves to fight. He knows he's against a tough wrestler. He's talking about, man, I really got to discourage this wrestler by not letting him take me down, or if he does take me down, I bounce right back up. I have to be slippery out there, and then I got to just, you know, see how I do on my feet, man. Let's see if we can bang it out. That's his best bet. Our producer, Jamie, commented on the beard. He said, what's the beard about? He's like, well, I don't know if you noticed, but it's shaped like a W for a win, baby.
Yes, it is.
We all started chuckling, having a great time. Great personality by Shane. Looking forward to see what he can do out there. He has a very tough task ahead of him, Ron.
Absolutely, he does, but he is a fun guy. Said it's going to be a tough weekend. I got the fight tonight against Woodley, and then as Gil said, then I have to go lay on a bed of nails and go perform at the circus. So very interesting individual. Glad to have Shane Subnoski Jr. back in the LFA Octagon.
His opponent now making his way to the Octagon, Jake Woodley.
Riding back-to-back wins, former All-American wrestler from the University of Oklahoma, Jake Woodley, returns to the state for the first time as an MMA fighter tonight. Undefeated since joining Jackson Wink MMA. There's Mike Winklejohn and head coach Yoda, Greg Jackson. This is the first time, Gil, that he's had both Winklejohn and Jackson in his corner. When we asked him about it, he's like, you know what? I'm super excited to have them here. It just shows they see promise in my future.
Yeah, you said it, man. They're here because they see promise, man. And Jake Woodley is a tank out there. Big, heavy hand, throws big punches, man. Wrestlers, man, they just naturally can throw big power punches to overhand rights, but always leaning on his wrestling, which he does so well. Blast doubles, slamming him, just a juggernaut out there doing what he does best, which is tenacious wrestling. Said he did a lot of sparring with Hoken. Our LFA veteran out there. He said, I go heads up sparring. Instead of doing refresh guys in, I really like how we talked about that. Heads up sparring really tests you against that opponent because you make adjustments throughout the rounds and you're both swinging till the very end and you don't even want to lose in sparring.
Of course, speaking of unique individuals, Josh Hokett killing it in the UFC now. He said, listen, one thing advice he gave Jake Woodley was you gotta take your post-fight interviews up a notch, go to the next level, go crazy. I don't think going to Hokett level is really great for him, but good advice anyway.
Well, I'm not surprised that was his advice. This is amazing D1 wrestler, great fighter, great everything, gives him advice on a post-fight speech out here. That means Jake Woodley probably has a lot of boxes checked already.
I can't wait, and there's Holly Holm in the audience as well, part of Jackson Wink MMA team supporting Jake Woodley. Here are the numbers and the tale of the tape, powered by OnlyFans. Young gun Jake Woodley is 26, and Shane Subnoski Jr. is 8 years his elder. Subnoski is an inch taller, and Woodley 2.5 inches longer in the arms. Both middleweights made the contracted weight. Back inside to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the LFA 230 featured bout of the evening. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA middleweight division, brought to you tonight by OnlyFans, where creators earn. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6'1", weight in 185.4 pounds. He holds an 8-6 professional record with 5 wins coming by way of knockout. Representing Harbinger Grappling and Spar Houston Fighting out of Santa Fe, Texas, Shane the Entertainer Subnoski Jr. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a former Oklahoma Sooner wrestler standing 6 foot tall. Weight in 186 pounds. He holds a 6-1 record with 2 wins coming by way of knockout and 1 by way of submission. Representing Jackson Wink MMA, fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Jake the Milkman Woodley. Your referee, Kevin Nix.
All right, fighters, we went over the rules in the back. I expect a good, clean fight. If you like to touch gloves now, go to your corner, be Warriors.
The homecoming for that man, Jake Woodley, former Oklahoma Sooner wrestler. As Ring Girl Summer gets us ready for this important middleweight matchup, Shane Subnoski Jr. has nothing to lose in this fight, Gil.
Great point. Oh, big overhand right to the takedown. Classic Woodley.
Absolutely, just like that. Big shot leads to the easy takedown.
Subnoski, though, with the purple belt on the short, showing, hey, man, I got some grappling here. Already working the butterfly, trying to get a sweep here. Woodley doing a great job of elevating the legs and sagging his weight back.
Lifted Woodley off the canvas there for a second. Jake Woodley said, guys have got to respect my hands, and then the takedowns come easier. And that was a huge, huge shot that led to that takedown.
And that's correct. Now Woodley's on top where he wants to be. Neutralize some of that jiu-jitsu. Opening up. Very intelligent. Land some strikes and then back to neutralizing the jiu-jitsu.
Subnoski Jr., as Gil mentioned earlier in the walkout, his plan was, if I get taken down, I just got to get up. Can he accomplish that goal? Easier said than done, for sure.
Definitely doing a good job of, you know, trying to activate his guard, whether it's butterfly. You could see him binding his right leg behind the left leg of Woodley, trying to straighten it out, create some sort of space, some sort of momentum where he could slip out. Woodley obviously respecting the grappling as well, not just forcing himself in the guard, which is intelligent. You got to grab your information, your data before you start striking. Good old cradle here, Wrestling 101.
Man.
His team's probably getting happy. There it is.
I can hear them behind us. They're going nuts already. Subnoski Jr., a 14 MMA fight veteran. But he's got the former Sooner wrestler on his back now, and he is throwing some heavy leather.
Oh, man, Ron, that is heavy leather. It sounds like an understatement, man. Beautiful job by Woodley. I love how he's riding the hip, blending his wrestling with big power shots.
Those were powerful shots, Gil.
Double leg lift. Big sidewalk slam.
The big takedown from Woodley. And just past the midway point of this opening round.
Kimura grip for Subnoski.
Trying to slow down the onslaught of Jake Woodley here in the first round.
Woodley already making some intelligent decisions. Really good balance between riding and controlling, but also doing damage and looking for the right opportunity to blitz and put pressure and look for the finish. Respecting the Kimura grip here, though. Got some chants in the crowd. I'm not too sure what they're saying.
It's an Oklahoma thing. It's a Sooner thing for sure.
Oh, Kimura grip,
wow,
keeping him alive.
What a scramble. And now Woodley operating inside the guard of Subnoski Jr. Just missed. Another big strike. I can hear Greg Jackson saying, let's let those hands go now, Jake. But Subnoski Jr. hanging in there.
Yeah, doing a great job, right? That's a tough task on top of you right there, dealing with that weight.
Big man for sure. Oh, what a strike. Hits the target from Jake Woodley. And Subnoski Jr. struggling to get up, and the big Jake Woodley not letting him go. Now on the back, Subnoski Jr. Now holding Woodley close, eats a shot for his trouble.
A little bit of scrambling here. Subnoski trying to get to his knees, see if he can disengage.
I mean, and the confidence of Shane Subnoski Jr. of maybe surviving this first round might be a key here in the second. But those short, sharp shots being delivered by Jake Woodley. Teeing off with 5 seconds to go. Can Subnoski Jr. hang on?
He did.
And he does. And Jake Woodley walks back over to his corner to talk to Greg Jackson and Mike Winklejohn. The first time he's had both men in his corner as we check out the highlights here in the opening round.
Big overhand right, steps forward with the rear leg, blast double, forehead in the chest, made his Oklahoma teammates proud, and beautiful mixed martial arts. Look at that left hand grabbing the hip of Subnoski, and then the right hand letting him go. Punch after punch, mixing that wrestling riding with that MMA ground and pound. And look at this slam. Beautiful sidewalk slam, we'll call that. Right to the side, lands a side mount. Subnoski though, man, finding a way to stay alive, binding his legs in, hiding his chin, but not without taking some solid, big hammer punches from Woodley.
We will move on to round number 2. 26-year-old Jake Woodley, originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, moved out to California, and once again, the big punch leads to the takedown.
Yeah, beautiful level change. Woodley has to take it when it's there, right? Subnoski should have led with some footwork, moving around, got lured right in, took the bait. Now he's back where he was with the Iowa ride, some punches. Oh, man.
Oh. I mean, Woodley throws some heavy shots. That opening round, complete domination. Woodley outstriking Subnoski Jr. 48-2 and had 4 minutes and 33 seconds of ground control.
Good domination.
That's quite an opening round for the former Sooner wrestler.
Woodley really pushing the wrestling today, man. Not giving Subnoski any room to breathe.
Subnoski back up on his feet. We will see for how long. Referee Kevin Nix warning him about grabbing the fence. Face of Subnoski Jr. showing a little bit of damage, and there's the takedown again from Jake Woodley.
Woodley slowly chopping down that tree. Now in the mount position. Subnoski running off the cage. Nice way to stay alive.
2 knockout victories out of his 6 wins for Woodley. Also a submission win. He scored a rear naked choke. 6-1. Jake Woodley, Jackson Wink MMA product. Said he's training with Josh Hokett, but also with Curtis Blades.
Those are some
a
big
formidable
guys.
pair, yeah.
Those are big guys to work out with.
Well, and that's exactly what he said. He said, I had to get to a place where I could be challenged by some big men, and he is.
Woodley doing a lot of work holding Subnoski. It's a lot of energy holding him. Subnoski trying to get warm if he can just defend one takedown, man.
Sprawling and defending so far, but not out of the grip. And Woodley keeps him in his world. Game effort right now by Shane Subnoski Jr.
Definitely a game effort, man. Staying alive, valiant effort, keeps working up to his feet. Minimal damage, though he's taking a lot, it's minimal. Woodley like a dog on a bone.
Looking for that single leg takedown, but Subnoski Jr. able to fend it off for now, but ends up on his back again.
I'll tell you what, man, wrestling for 15 minutes straight is a lot of energy, takedown after takedown. You know, and you tech a fighter, I mean, you tech a wrestler, you pin a wrestler, but man, there's no stop here until you finish him or submit him or knock him out. A lot of work by Woodley. Respect to be able to wrestle at this pace.
You bet. Putting in some work tonight. His homecoming for Jake Woodley. Teammates from OU here, some coaching staff, some recruits, and OU had a pretty solid year. They made some noise at the NCAA Wrestling Championships.
How'd they do?
They were, I'm not exactly sure where they finished, Gil, but I know they had some guys move on to the second days, and you know, they hung in there.
Absolutely. Beautiful, has the wrist control.
Man, Subnoski Jr. eating some shots to the side of the head, and the dominance continues. Woodley now landing 27 strikes out of 30 thrown here in the second round. Outstriking Subnoski Jr. 82-3 right now.
Oh my goodness. Ron, I don't think this has ever happened before. The lights are off, they're in the corners, the show seems like it's going on. I think they should stop and talk about it, but I think they're gonna go. The
Jake
Storms.
Woodley is fighting right now.
Oh my God.
And the Storms just knocked out Power here in Oklahoma.
Mother Nature always wins, baby.
Still undefeated.
Ring girl's still getting at it though. I love it.
This is crazy.
Oh, beautiful job by Jake Woodley. Just this high-level Ohio wrestling. Rolling to a knee bar, Subnoski. Man, Subnoski is kept alive this whole time.
Incredible, Gil.
Incredible. But man, Jake Woodley has really done an amazing job of blending his wrestling with some vicious ground and pound.
It's been complete domination by Jake Woodley, the former Oklahoma Sooner wrestler, but somehow the veteran Shane Subnoski Jr. has held on and is going to take Jake Woodley
10
to
seconds
a decision.
left. Way to finish, Woodley. Holy smokes.
Woodley did everything he could to try and finish Subnoski Jr., but the durable Subnoski Jr. hangs on, but all Jake Woodley today.
All Jake Woodley is correct. Phenomenal wrestling, D1 wrestling, put it to work. Amazing conditioning to be able to wrestle for 15 minutes. College wrestling matches are 7 minutes. For a reason, there's such explosion. It's a hard pace to keep up. But man, Jake Woodley put the wrestling pressure on for 15 minutes with some phenomenal ground and pound, riding the hip, beautiful punches. Man, Greg Jackson, Winkle John, standing proud, Holly home proud.
Jake Woodley hoping to go to 7-1. Has some of his former OU teammates here in the building in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Jake Woodley walked out to the song Tornado Warning. And
Are
Gil,
you kidding me?
I am not kidding. That could have been a sign, because there are major tornado warnings all around Shawnee right now.
Oh my goodness, can you please not tell my wife that right now?
I'm sorry, I just report the news.
Man, well, I think I might have seen nearly everything there is to see in MMA now. The lights went off, 30 seconds left. Woodley keeps pushing. Subnoski keeps fighting. The ref is in it. The whole audience throws their lights on their phone. We're just wondering what's going on, but I'll tell you what, man, the show must go on.
Absolutely.
Great job for everyone reacting here, you included, Ron, the fighters, everybody.
We have seen it all, and now we just add another chapter to the book.
I love it, man. It never ends here.
Just when you thought you've seen everything in MMA, well, we have a tornado warning in Shawnee, Oklahoma. The whole Grand Event Center and the Grand Casino Resort lost power. We got it back up. The fight continued. As Gil mentioned, they fought for at least 30 seconds in the dark before the second round ended. Then we had a long wait in between the second and third, trying to get the TV truck back up and powered up. And finally, the commission here in Oklahoma said, listen, we've waited too long. We gotta get these guys back in action, which I think really, Gil, listen, I'm a TV guy and I wanted to see, I'm sure all the fans wanted to see the finish of this fight, but I get it. You can't have guys standing in the octagon for 15 minutes.
Great point, Ron. Yes, the TV side of you screamed, hey, man, we want to take care of the fans watching outside, but fighters first, man. They were cooling down out there, and I'll tell you what, I know some of the fans missed it, but it was a great start back to action because both gentlemen were able to take at least a 3-minute rest to charge their batteries up. So it was two bulls colliding again, and just like the first and second round, Jake Woodley dominated the wrestling. A little bit extra vicious ground and pound you guys didn't get to see, but my goodness, what a great time.
Back in Shawnee, Oklahoma, and a spot known for severe weather. Well, Jake Woodley walked out to a song called Tornado Warning, and that might have been a sign because we lost all power here at the Grand Casino Resort in Shawnee. We are sorry that the lights went out. The fighters kept fighting, Gil, for the last 30 seconds of that second round. Yes, and then they went back at it in the third.
Yeah, the lights went out, man, with 30 seconds left to go. The guys kept fighting, man. But Jake Woodley, just a lot like the first and second round. Beautiful Oklahoma-style wrestling and riding and blending it together beautifully, using his left hand to control the hip, stepping over with the Iowa ride with the left leg, and look at those hammers of right hands, landing of Subnoski over and over. Credit to Subnoski for staying alive, weathering the storm, taking least damage as possible. But my goodness, again, that wrestling was powerful. Our boy Woodley is a juggernaut out there, landing on top, doing vicious ground and pound, and is on the radar.
Outstruck Subnoski Jr. 140-8 and had over 12 minutes of ground control. Let's now make it official. Inside to Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, and the judges score this bout 30-27, 30-26, and 30-24, all for your winner by unanimous decision, Jake the Milkman Woodley.
Make it back-to-back-to-back wins for the former All-American wrestler from the University of Oklahoma, Jake Woodley. He has now won 7 of 8 and really makes a strong statement why he should be next for middleweight champ Joe Cropscott. There he is with his Jackson Wink MMA coaching staff, Greg Jackson and Mike Winklejohn. LFA number 230 rolls on after this. Get ready for a triple header of LFA events coming up in May. It all begins on Friday the 15th when the Foxwoods Resort Casino Hotel in Mashantucket, Connecticut plays host to LFA number 232, and 2 top featherweights square off for the belt former champ Le'Veon Douglas vacated when he got the UFC call-up when Eric Visconti clashes with undefeated Gustavo Pintos. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Then on Friday, May 22nd, the Seneca Allegheny Casino in Salamanca, New York, hosts LFA 233. The welterweight strap hangs in the balance when champion Jonathan Piersma defends his strap for the first time against American top team product Martin Camillo. Get your tickets for this must-see event at Ticketmaster.com. The triple header concludes with LFA number 234 on Friday, May 29th from Brazil for the promotion's third international show of 2026. Light heavyweight title holder Lucas Fernando locks horns with challenger Leon Suarez. For more information on what will be a memorable May, follow the promotion at LFA Fighting on all social media platforms or check out LFA.com. Quick timeout, and then the smoke. Oklahoma's own David Wright strives for his 6th consecutive victory when he battles with the former LFA middleweight title challenger John Moore from Canada, who tries to get a rebound win tonight. Just a little MMA for your viewing pleasure, exclusively here on Vice TV. We are back live on Vice TV and LFA number 230. The Riders on the Storm with you, Ron Kruk and Gilbert Melendez, as the show must go on, Gil. A truly unprecedented situation here in Shawnee, Oklahoma, as tornado warnings and major thunderstorms knocked out power here at the Grand Casino Resort. It was during Jake Woodley's fight. Power was lost. They did restore it, Gil. But then as we were continuing to go on, we were evacuated to a safe area because of the tornado warning. Everyone in the building left. Safety first, of course. We were evacuated for about 30 minutes, Gil. Pretty scary situation. We were brought back in, and now the tornado warning has been cleared, and the show must go on. But, my man, we've been doing this a long time. There's another chapter for the book.
Yeah, I've been in the sport of mixed martial arts for a long time. I thought I've seen everything there is to see in this sport. But for the lights to go out, the power to go out, for everyone to tell us, hey, man, there's a huge storm. And then you hear the sirens go off, beep, 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 loud. Everyone, time to evacuate. We had to step out, and we had to, you know, go to a safe place for a while, wait till things are clear, and here we are, man. Very scary stuff, but we're back.
Yeah,
we're good.
We are back. We appreciate the prayers being sent our way for everyone here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. We got through 3 fights here tonight, and we were rolling, man. We had some great action with the 3 fights. And it all began early with Finn Martin taking on Chris Connors, Gil. Battle of undefeateds, both coming in at 1-0, and it was all Finn Martin in this one.
It was Finn Martin, blitzing forward, 8-1 on the way in from Connors, but man, Finn Martin's mat returns were what really did it for this fight. Over and over, Connor nearly getting up, did not feel the hands, and Finn Martin was able to pick him up and drop him to the ground. About 4 mat returns before he was able to progress to the mount position, land some vicious ground and pound. 11-0 for Coach Dustin Ortiz in the LFA Octagon.
Nashville MMA, they are rolling. Finn Martin looked really good. And then it was Nick Fields coming in to take on Elias Rodriguez, who was looking to stay undefeated, and he made quick work of Fields.
Man, Elias Rodriguez is known for being slick, fast, elusive, flying knees, but man, he showed his power, his aggression, and when he senses blood, he goes for it. And man, he said, you're gonna see some salsa tomorrow night. Proud Dominican, Corey Sam Hankins' protege.
Second first-round finish for him, and then it was the homecoming of that man, Jake Woodley, taking on Shane Subnoski Jr., the former Oklahoma Sooner wrestler. Jake Woodley, big bombs that led to the takedowns, and then it was a ground and pound fest from there on.
Jake Woodley was a juggernaut out there, pressing forward, using his Oklahoma wrestling. bringing his opponent back to the canvas over and over, but I was really impressed the way he blended his wrestling with his ground and pound, riding the hip, landing some big ground and pound. But what's super unique about this fight, mid-second round, 30 seconds left, the lights go off. Everyone pauses except for the two men in the center of the LFA
and our
octagon.
referee. They kept going.
They kept going, man.
It was
Jake
unbelievable. And how about the fans here in Shawnee? Everyone took out their phones, put the flashlights on, trying to give the fighters some light as they continued on. Subnoski Jr., give him credit for surviving that fight. A very durable guy. But then we had a long delay, and that was pretty crazy, Gil, because the fighters were still in the octagon. The delay probably went about 20 minutes between the second and third. I can only imagine what was going through their minds.
I mean, it was very tough for them, and we actually had to go through with the third round. We wanted to stop for the audience. We wanted to take care of our fans out there, but we thought about the fighters first. At least the commission did.
Yes.
They allowed them to go through with the third round. Man, they fought through it. Everyone watched. They put on a great show. Again, Woodley showing that superb wrestling, that juggernaut style, overhand right to the take, a vicious ground and pound, looking like Fedor Emelianenko with that ground and pound out there, was able to get the W. And man, way to hold composure with, I mean, nothing like this has ever happened, man.
No.
Woodley didn't phase him at all, man.
Not at all.
In fact, we saw him with the beer.
Yeah.
The beer in the back over there, man. Relax.
We were all jealous.
Not a way to go out. Not a bad way to go out, man.
No, not at all. Celebrating the win with his Jackson Wink team here. Crazy. He was lights out, really, is how I would describe it. Oh, geez, probably too soon for that. But as we get ready, we still have the co-main event coming up and the main event. And what a main event it is. Heavyweight action between two former college athletes in Charlie Cleveland and, of course, Nyle Bartling. Bartling, the University of Nebraska wrestler, and Charlie Cleveland, he played Division II of football. Let's start with Cleveland. This man has only been training for 18 months, Gil. He's won 5 of 6, and he is a powerful puncher.
Yeah, Cleveland is a complete mixed martial artist. I would say his foundation is MMA. As you can see, he has very good mixed martial arts IQ already, managing the distance intelligently, finding the right time to strike, big hammer fists, and big kicks out there. Though he's only been in MMA for a short amount of time, he's dedicated his life to being an optimal athlete, and that's what he did. He pursued his he pursued his football career, four-time All-American. When that door closed, he opened a new one of MMA, and it's like he's been preparing for this moment his whole life. And man, he's really made a splash in the mixed martial arts scene.
Well, hoping to derail the Cleveland hype train is Bartling, the former University of Nebraska wrestler. He has easily transitioned from his college sport to the octagon behind us. He's won 9 of 11, and he is a finisher, Gil. 9 victories, took out his opponent in all 9, 5 wins coming by way of knockout or TKO, and 4 via submission.
Yeah, Nyle Bartling is nearly a seasoned mixed martial artist at this point, doing the Ultimate Fighter show, having a great performance out there. But man, he is also a high-level wrestler. Nebraska University, over 100 wins as a wrestler. Transitioned to MMA, as you can see, high shoulders, high guard, protecting his chin, but loves to press forward with strikes, punches, ultimately taking his opponents down, getting in superior positioning, grappling them, using what works best for him, which is high-level wrestling. Now he has submissions as well. A very tough task in front of him. He's going to have to manage the distance, protect his chin, and ultimately get Cleveland against the cage or take him to the mat where he'll be most successful. But Nyle Bartling said, hey, man, I'm a gamer. I can strike on my feet. I'm a complete mixed martial artist now. So he's confident in all departments.
Attention, please, all cage-side officials. Please report cage-side. All cage-side officials, please report cage-side. We're going to get going with the exciting conclusion of LFA 230.
Title eliminator fight next for the winner could be a shot at the champion. Well, we still have the co-main event coming up too, as David Wright, Oklahoma City product, who trains with the great Raphael Lovato Jr., coming in to take on the LFA former title challenger John Moore, looking for a rebound fight tonight, and it doesn't get any closer to that. We got to pick him in our co-main event. go ahead and scan the QR code on the screen and get to Dimebit Casino and Sportsbook. We are set now for our featherweight co-main event. And here, the rider on the storm, number 3, we go inside the LFA Octagon. Here's Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, on now to the LFA 230 co-main event of the evening. Now, making his way into the Octagon, John Moore. Ladies and gentlemen, on now to the LFA 230 co-main event of the evening. Now, making his way into the Octagon, John Moore.
Well, after suffering his first loss as a pro in August, former LFA middleweight title challenger John Moore traveling down from Canada, looking for a bounce-back win tonight. He lost via KO to our former champ, David Alakferdiev, at LFA 214. You know, Gil, we asked him, you know, what did you take away from that first professional loss? Nobody goes undefeated in this sport. And he said, you know what? You lose and you realize it's not that big of a deal. I was upset, I was disappointed, but I just got caught. I realized one big thing I did realize was my style was more technical than just walk you down. We may see that technique on display tonight.
Yeah, he did learn. He said, I need to be patient. I'm an outside fighter. I was getting over-aggressive. I was getting lured into a power puncher who no one really knew was a power puncher.
Yes.
Once the data was picked up, Joe Kropscott was able to use that, weather the storm, and implement his wrestling. John Moore believes now that if he has that data, he could have a different outcome against former champion. But John Moore is learning. He's evolving, and now he's back after a big loss. Let's see how he performs. Let's see how he performs tonight, man. But like he said, patient, relaxed, neutralized, and intelligent forward pressure.
His opponent now making his way to the Octagon, David Wright. His opponent now making his way to the Octagon, David Wright.
Well, the crowd's ready, undefeated in almost 2 years and riding a 5-fight win streak. Raphael Lovato Jr. trained David Wright returns to the LFA for the first time since 2023. This has been an incredible turnaround. Lost his first 2 pro fights before he has reeled off 5 consecutive wins. You know, we talked about that struggle. There he is with Raphael Lovato Jr. He said, listen, I had big time success and fast wins as an amateur, but then things changed quickly. When I was a pro, I was inexperienced becoming a pro, and I learned a lot, and he credits Lovato Jr. for this 5-fight win streak. Gil.
Yeah, he said Lovato lifted him up. He said, this is the fight game. We have to keep on going and persevere, and after 2 losses, one can question their MMA career, but not Wright. He has turned it around and he's rallied 5 straight wins. And he said, you know what? I've always had the skill to fight. It was me versus me out there. I have to be more patient, more composed. You can't just steamroll everybody in the pro division. So he's more calculated, but still aggressive, still a killer, still wants to do some damage out there, and he wants to make his coach and his homie, his friend Lovato, proud.
Co-main event time, and here are the numbers, the tail of the tape, powered by DimeBet, the official betting partner and online casino of the LFA. David Wright is 30 years old and John Moore 3 years younger. 2-inch gap in height, with Moore being the taller fighter. We'll also have a 3-inch reach advantage. Once again, inside Mike Kendall.
Fight fans, this contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA middleweight division, brought to you tonight by Dimebit.com. the official sports book and online casino of the LFA. Ladies and gentlemen, now time for fans. This contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the introducing first middleweight division. The blue corner. Brought to you tonight by Diamond.com, the official sports book and online casino of the LFA. Professional record with 3 wins coming for the co-main event of the evening. Are you ready? Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial arts stands 6'2", weight in 184.6 pounds. He holds a 6-1 professional record with 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of the red corner, do not miss, martial arts fighting out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, John with 3 wins coming by way of knockout and 2 wins by way of submission. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a grappler standing 6 foot tall, weight in 185.8 pounds. He holds a 5-2 professional record with 3 wins coming by way of knockout and 2 wins by way of submission. You're representing Lovato, BJJ, and MMA, fighting out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, David the Smoke Wright. Your referee in charge of the co-main, Marcio La Selva.
Well, there is John Moore coming off the first defeat of his career. And Gil, he was in the safe area with us, and I asked him, how you doing, man? He's like, well, I was walking out when they sent us back there. So, I mean, David Wright had to deal with it too, but the mindset of these guys has to be kind of off too.
Now you said it right there. It's even Steven, right? They both had to go through it. Everyone went. We all went through it tonight. So it's even Steven across the board. No complaints for anyone. No excuse for anyone. Both fighters are going through the same exact thing.
David Wright with the red tape and John Moore the blue.
Moore already staying true to what he said, being patient, not over-aggressive, trying to draw out the power, get his information. Now Wright, man, you can tell he's ready to let loose, but also trying to be patient as well.
John Moore said of David Wright, he's a great hammer, but a poor nail. Doesn't want to get into a fight.
Oh, man.
Nice. And just like that, goodness. David Wright tosses John Moore down, drops some hammer fists, and the Oklahoma crowd is shouting their support for one of their own, Oklahoma City's David Wright.
David Wright with the big overhand to a double or to a body lock takedown. Man, Moore had some air time. I think he was a whole 2 seconds in the air before getting slammed down to the side mount position. Top heavy pressure for Wright. Look at Moore regaining his half guard. Little off balance sweep. Doesn't work, but gets back to the half guard better than the side mount position.
John Moore comfortable fighting off his back. The brown belt in BJJ. Does not have a win via submission, though.
Though Wright's a purple belt, he says, I roll with black belts all the time. I tap them all out except Lovato, and he mentioned one more. So though he's a purple belt, he feels like a black belt, and I'm sure Lovato, purple belt, is equivalent to many black belts in different gyms.
Absolutely.
That heavy top pressure, right shoulder of Wright into the chin of Moore. Trying to pull that left leg out so he can move to mount position and do some damage.
David Wright has 2 wins via rear naked choke, 3 first-round finishes, and has been training with Lovato Jr. since he was a kid. They have a great relationship. We talked to Raphael Lovato Jr. earlier. They're past the midway point here in the opening round, and they just talked about their professional relationship, but they're also like brothers.
No, absolutely. It's great to have a brother to train with. It's great to treat people like family. I think that should be the spirit of a lot of teams. It's family forever. I'm not saying it's the right way or the wrong way. That would just be my way. And possibly always choking him out with that forearm on the throat. Wow. Dang, that is rough, and that is some bully stuff.
That is nasty.
Doing a great job of hanging out in this half guard position, trying to tripod up and free his left leg. But at the same time, he's landed some great ground and pound as he tries to pursue the pass. I love how he's putting that right forearm in the neck of Moore, making him very uncomfortable, nearly choking him out with it.
Yeah, that was crazy. You don't see that much, but David Wright, an onslaught on the mat, heavy ground and pound here in the opening round.
Moore doing a decent job of wrapping him up, but I like to see him explode, try to get to his feet, create some space. Don't try to just hang out here.
And there is head coach Raphael Lovato Jr. shouting instructions to David Wright, who is in control early in this opening round. As we hit the 1 minute mark, another solid shot, heavy shots. Ooh, up kick from John Moore, but he's paying hammerfist. Looks like he's cut open. Oh, David Wright teeing off. What an onslaught. Looking to end this fight, 40 seconds to go. John Moore somehow hanging on, Gil.
Oh my gosh, this is an onslaught. You said it, Ron. Vicious.
Continues to just dominate John Moore. Now he takes it back. Does he have the rear naked choke? It looks tight, Gil. There's the tap. Another rear naked choke victory for David Wright. Statement win here in Oklahoma tonight.
Wow. I mean, pardon me, but that was a molly-whopping by David Wright. Just steamrolled John Moore, previous title contender. He got hit with the train. He does not know what the heck just went on. Tried his best to fight out of it. Man was dominated from start to finish. Big overhand left. Stuns him. Body lock. Look at this. Body lock takedown. Hips in the air. Pops him up. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. Slow motion. Damn, look at that air time. Straight to some ground and pound. Did a great job of showing some patience initially. Started sensing blood. Knew it was short time. Decided to go for the kill. We love that, man. Hooks are in. Gets the choke in, squeezes hard. My goodness, Ron, what a fight.
Absolutely, another win for David Wright here in Oklahoma City.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Marcio La Selva, calls a stop to this fight. 4 minutes, 43 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by tap out in a rear naked choke, David the Smoke. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Marcio La Selva, calls a stop to this fight. 4 minutes, 43 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by tap out in a rear naked choke, David the Smoke.
Wins over 2 years. David Wright is with Gilbert Melendez.
David, congratulations. Man, what a performance. We went through a lot. The lights went out. We had a storm. You had 300 fans out here for you, but you wanted to fight. How are you feeling?
Man, I feel great. I'm blessed, man, just to be here, just to have this kind of support system. This is what it's all about. You can be the best in the world, but with no support system, it means nothing. So I want to thank my support system, and that's everybody that's here. Families, friends, coaches, teammates, professors, and everybody.
Man, you really steamrolled your opponent from start to finish. It seems like you just put tons of punishment on him. What do you all that work toward?
Man, I owe it all to my team, you know, and my family back home, and everybody else. But I mean, I owe it to myself as well, because I was in day out, when nobody's seen, you know what I'm saying? Blood, sweat, and tears. I'm here.
What do you want next in your career?
Man, next in my career, that's easy. This man right here fought for the belt. He didn't win. I think I should fight for the belt. I'm 6-2 with 6 straight finishes. All finishes. Let's go. Can I say one more thing? I just want to say I thank my sponsors. Without them, this is impossible. I want to thank Shots on Rocks. I want to thank Hefe's. I want to thank Nora Renovations. I want to thank Holy Cannabis, Green Care Cleaning, and Dustin Glover. I want to thank all y'all. I appreciate y'all. And stopping and stuck that, baby. And it ain't going nowhere. It's the Smoke Show.
Give it up, everybody. For your winner, David Wright.
David Wright blew into the octagon like a tornado, overwhelming John Moore for his 6th consecutive win. There he is with his longtime coach, Raphael Lovato Jr. and the Lovato BJJ MMA team. Another win, and he calls out Joe Kropscott, the current LFA middleweight champ. I would love to see that fight.
On April 17th, the LFA returns to the Mystic Lake Casino Hotel in Minnesota. In the main event, 2 rising contenders clash in a brutal showdown as undefeated Tanner Tremblay looks to make it 7 in a row.
Tanner Tremblay drops him!
Against the always dangerous Elijah Johns.
My conviction was there. I came here and I wasn't going to be denied from this win.
In the co-main event, 2 flyweight elites battle to take 1 step closer to championship contention. As Devin Lozay goes head-to-head with Ernesto Ibarra.
Knee, but Ibarra teeing off.
The LFA returns to Minnesota.
The marquee fight of the night is up next. Heavyweights collide when the Reaper, Charlie Cleveland, looks for his 6th win in 7 tries. He'll get a tough test from the Ultimate Fighter, season 30 veteran, Nyle Bartling. The LFA 230 main event comes up next on Vice TV.
Most people think getting in fighting shape is all about brutal workouts and starving yourself. They're wrong, and I should know.
World-renowned trainer of 12 UFC champions, 3-time trainer of the year.
Here's my secret weapon. Bondi Pure cuts off hunger and nourishes your body. This makes cutting, leaning out, and getting into top condition easy.
45,000 success stories and counting.
Try it risk-free for 90 days. Bondi Pure, it's the champion's secret to effortless weight cutting.
Bruce Irons.
One of the best 2 riders in the world.
Bruce Irons.
CPI, stem cells, they could do wild shit down there.
My shoulder was jacked. I went down there, it worked, man.
Eric Anders' neck was up, and then he went down and got stem cell treatment. Now it doesn't bother him at all anymore.
I definitely recommend CPI. It's changed my life. The best stem cell clinic in the world.
I just come and I do stem cells to make sure that I'm resetting my body and staying healthy.
It regenerates tissue, reduces inflammation. The results are amazing.
When it comes to the science of stem cells, no one comes close to CPI. There's not even a close.
They're going to do some striking, some development on technique.
We are going to have a great sesh today with the crew. I'm super excited.
Top USA teams to get ready for our first international events.
They definitely
As Haycox now looks to attack the knee. Oh, he's got it!
Feel the rush of the cage, the spin of pure fortune. Dimebit.com, where MMA legends clash and casino reels ignite. Bet live on every punch, every takedown, every knockout. Dive into blazing slots and high-stakes tables. This isn't luck, it's engineered adrenaline. Risk meets reward. Champions are crowned. Dimebit.com. Casino, sportsbook. Step into the fight. Visit now.
We have reached the marquee fight of the night for LFA, a number 230, a heavyweight title eliminator matchup between Charlie Cleveland and Nyle Bartling. Last chance to scan the QR code on the screen and get to Dimebit Casino and a Sportsbook. There are the closing odds, and Bartling making his LFA debut tonight is the slight favorite at -141. The comeback on the slight dog. Charlie Cleveland is +102. Now let's meet the two heavyweights clashing in tonight's main event.
Hey, I'm Charlo the Reaper Cleveland from Chicago, Indiana, and I'm fighting the LFA 230 on the main event. I started playing college football in 2018. I played defensive end for Tiffin University. That's a D2 in Northwest Ohio. All-American about 3 times, won 4 Defensive Lineman of the Year awards, broke the sack record and the TFL record, so I had a pretty good collegiate career. I hope to showcase my power, my speed, my takedown defense, and just an overall well-rounded MMA game.
I'm Nyle Bartling. I'm fighting in the LFA 230 main event tonight. I started wrestling growing up when I was 4 years old out of a small little town's mat club. Then I went on to high school to become a state champion. And then collegiately, I was recruited right out of high school to the Ohio State University. I transferred home and I wrestled for Nebraska for the remaining of my career. Being in a Division I room got to me where you come to these fights, it doesn't seem like you have as much pressure on you because you've been in the moment before with superior athletes. I'm hoping to get a call up to the UFC and just keep chipping away at these one win at a time and keep chasing the dream.
Ladies and gentlemen, now making his way to the LFA Octagon, Charlie Cleveland. Ladies and gentlemen, now making his way to the LFA Octagon, Charlie Cleveland.
The youngest of 13 siblings, Charlie Cleveland looks for back-to-back wins here in the LFA Octagon, coming off a first-round TKO victory over Ben Wonder. You saw the feature, and he talked about his really incredible 4-time All-American career. Tiffin University in Ohio, the Dragons, of course, spoke about how the crossover going from football to MMA, said powerful hips, cutting angles, I learned it all, and it has helped me in my MMA career. We also want to wish his dad, Keith Cleveland, the All-American wrestler in Chicago, happy birthday. It was his birthday on April Fool's Day. And now his son, Charlie the Reaper Cleveland, looking for back-to-back wins here in the LFA.
His opponent now making his way to the Octagon, Nyle Bartling. His opponent now making his way to the octagon, Nyle Bartling.
Winner of 3 straight himself. University of Nebraska wrestler Nyle Bartling making his LFA debut. The former Ultimate Fighter Season 30 cast member lost to another LFA vet in that fight. I mean, this was a matchup that could have been in the finals. Zach Honga, that was his only fight on the show. Gil, 100% finishing rate, as we said, and he has 7 first-round finishes.
Yeah, Nyle Bartling has really put it together, man, becoming a seasoned vet. You know, knows he has a very tough task ahead of him. And he's just focused on being, you know, calm himself, you know, and just really wants to keep the guard up, wants to put him against the cage, and wants to take him down. That's what he does best. He knows his opponent is powerful. He knows he's explosive. So, but listen, I'm a top wrestler athlete. This is wrestling, not football.
Representing the Demolition Fight team of Ohio, trains with Gary Young. As we talked to him about that win over Ben Wonder at LFA 226, he said, hey, I realized staying calm is the key. I did that, and it paid off. Heavyweights are inside the LFA octagon as we check out the main event. Tail of the tape numbers, powered by Monster Energy. The veteran Bartling, 33 years old, and Cleveland is 5 years younger. Bartling is a inch shorter than Cleveland and has almost a 3-inch reach advantage at 226 pounds. Bartling weighed in 21 pounds lighter than the 247-pound Cleveland. Now for the fighter introductions, once again, Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the LFA 230 main event of the evening. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA heavyweight division, presented to you tonight by Monster Energy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the LFA 230 and for those in attendance here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA heavyweight division, presented to you tonight by Monster Energy. And now, for all those watching around the world, and for those in attendance
fighting
here
out of the blue corner,
in Shawnee,
striker
Oklahoma,
stands 6'3", weighing in
are
247.6 pounds.
for
He holds a 5-1
war?
professional record with 3 wins, coming by way of knockout and 1 by way of submission.
Representing
Introducing
Demolition
first,
Fight
fighting
Team,
out of the blue corner.
out of
This striker
Fostoria,
stands 6'3",
Ohio,
weighing
by
in
way
247.6 pounds.
of
He holds a
Indiana,
5-1 professional
Charlie,
record with
the
3 wins, coming by way of knockout and 1 by way of
Cleveland.
submission.
Representing Demolition
across the
Fight
octagon,
Team,
fighting
fighting
out
out
of
of
Fostoria,
Fostoria, Ohio,
6'2",
by
weighing
way
in 226.6
of Chicago,
pounds.
Indiana,
He holds a 9-2
Charlie,
professional record
the
with 5 wins, coming by way of knockout and 4 by way of
Cleveland.
submission.
Representing
His opponent across
Ignite
the octagon,
Jiu-Jitsu
fighting
and
out of that corner.
MMA, fighting
The wrestler standing
out of
6'2", weighing in 226.6 pounds. He holds a 9-2 professional record with 5 wins, coming by way of knockout
referee for the main
and 4
event,
by way
Kevin
of submission.
Nix. Representing Ignite Jiu-Jitsu and MMA, fighting
All right,
out
fighters,
of
we went over the rules in the
Unadilla,
back.
Nebraska,
Touch
Nyle Bartling.
Here we go, Gil.
Your referee for the main event,
Nyle
Kevin
Bartling,
Nix.
making his LFA debut tonight. And Charlie Cleveland, he said he expects Bartling will touch gloves and he will shoot right away. I'm prepared to grapple, but I gotta stop those takedowns.
We saw a lot of that tonight. Punch and
Without a
shoot.
doubt. Very well said. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Oh, big body shot from Cleveland. And he just misses with another right.
Holy
Head
smokes.
kick blocked by Bartling. Bartling was very aware of those head kicks from Cleveland. And now Bartling fires back. No feeling out period here. Oh, another strike lands from Cleveland.
Cleveland has been on point right now, landing every strike he's throwing with the hands, straight down the pipe, fast off the draw.
Fast indeed, Gil. Those hands are fast and powerful. Just takes one.
I love the patience. Big shot for Bartling. Oh, wow. Big moment. Oh, not down yet.
Can Charlie Cleveland remain on his feet as the University of Nebraska wrestler Bartling struggling to get him down? That's a big man that he got down.
Oh, wow, still in it, though.
Now on the back of Cleveland, who's on his feet.
I think this is great for Cleveland, man. He did a great job of neutralizing that takedown. Bartling is where he wants to be, but that was a lot of work. Pretty impressed so far what I'm seeing from Cleveland's takedown defense and patience, and to stay on his feet. You look at the backpack he has on.
That's a big backpack.
That's a 250-pound backpack, and look, almost free. Bartling riding hard. Huge moment in this fight.
Without a doubt. Charlie Cleveland's able to escape. That would be
Cleveland
massive.
with the Kimura. Get out of here.
Look at this.
Look at that. Look at that. Kimura attack. Uh-oh, Bartling trying to lift, though, to neutralize.
High-level submission attempts here. Two big heavyweights. And Bartling is able to put Cleveland down, and he reverses. And Cleveland is back.
Oh, man.
Wow, Bartling able to circle out before Cleveland landed that head kick.
Cleveland did his homework.
Without a doubt. I think both guys really have. Just past the midway point of round number 1. Inside low kick from Cleveland. I was impressed with the level change by Bartling to avoid the shots. Little bit of blood and bruising over the eye of Nyle Bartling.
I think Bartling needs to get a little more respect on the feet before he starts shooting those takedowns. Start exchanging with Cleveland, get some respect, make him think he's striking, and then you press the takedown. I feel like Cleveland has seen it come now. Opening, oh my God!
Crazy
Holy smokes!
And Charlie Cleveland has ended this fight in incredible fashion. Another first round finish by Charlie Cleveland, and that was the power you were referring to, Gilbert Melendez.
I will say what was the most impressive thing with Cleveland's performance was the way he neutralized the takedowns, the way he defended the takedown, the way he used the Kimura to get a sweep, and the decision-making to disengage, where a lot of knuckleheads get the sweep and continue to wrestle the wrestler. I'm telling you, not only is this guy a supreme athlete that's dedicated his life to being optimal, he has superb IQ. We were talking with him. He knew what he had to do to be successful. He put himself through it. Grueling rounds of ground and pound, getting off the cage, did what he had to do. A lot of guys just work on their strength, their striking. He worked on what would probably be a hole. It did not look like a hole. I'll stop talking, but man, Cleveland, that
he
was
is
impressive.
fired up, and you should be, Gilbert Melendez. The LFA heavyweight champion is Arslan Balalov, and he may have just been introduced to Charlie Cleveland as we check out the highlights. I mean, Cleveland broke everything out. Once Bartling was up, Cleveland stalked him.
Yeah, did a great job. Kick to the right hand, knocks him off his feet. Look at that. Oh, onslaught right there.
Nasty
Big kick to the body. Right
and then
hand.
that right, Gil. Whoa.
Man, vicious, powerful, intelligent, optimal athlete.
We will get the official time of the stoppage coming up next. statement victory tonight as the Charlie Cleveland hype train continues to build momentum. Let's get the official time from Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Kevin Nix, called to stop this fight. 3 minutes, 9 seconds into the first round, declaring your winner by knockout, Charlie the Reaper Cleveland. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Kevin Nix, called to stop this fight.
Victory
3 minutes,
out
9
of
seconds
7
into the first round,
and
declaring
he may
your winner
have just earned a shot at
knockout,
heavyweight champ
Charlie
Arslan
the
Bellarov.
Reaper
He is standing by with our champ,
Cleveland.
Gilbert Melendez.
My goodness, Charlie. I think the heavyweight division is on notice. Man, spectacular performance. How are you feeling right now?
Hey, man, I'm feeling great. It's everything I prepared for. I knew he was going to come in and try to grapple me. I was prepared for that. Hey, shout out Q with the Kamaru sweep. You told me that, man.
I have to say, I think most of the audience and watching around the world is impressed with the explosive striking, the dynamic striking, but I have to say, I am also most impressed with your wrestling already, how good it's gotten, your defense, the Kimura. Man, talk about the grueling hours you put in to get ready for this.
Oh, man, you know, Coach Gary know how to prepare you for somebody who's about to wrestle. I train with a black belt, well, he a brown belt, about to be a black belt every day. He like I said, Q-Jitsu, follow him on Instagram. He taught me the Kamaru sweep. He taught me everything I know on the mat, so I can't thank bro enough.
Man, that was a great performance. What do you want next in your career, Charlie?
Hey, man, I want whatever come next, whatever God got for me next, but shit, the ultimate goal of every MMA fighter is the UFC.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Charlie the Reaper Cleveland.
The Reaper, a well-fitting name for Charlie Cleveland as he gets his 6th career win, and that was his 5th first-round finish. What a performance by Charlie Cleveland, taking out the veteran Nyle Bartling and doing it in dramatic fashion. There he is with the demolition of fight team. Charlie Cleveland improves to 6-1 with another incredible performance inside the LFA Octagon. We'll wrap things up in a minute.
On April 17th, the LFA returns to the Mystic Lake Casino Hotel in Minnesota. In the main event, 2 rising contenders clash in a brutal showdown as undefeated Tanner Tremblay looks to make it 7 in a row.
Tanner Tremblay drops him!
Against the always dangerous Elijah Johns.
My conviction was there. I came here and I wasn't going to be denied from this win.
In the co-main event, 2 flyweight elites battled to take 1 step closer to championship contention. As Devin Loze goes head-to-head with Ernesto Ibarra.
Oh, knee, but Ibarra teeing off.
The LFA returns to Minnesota.
The future of fortune, the edge of exhilaration. At Dimebit.com, the odds are rewritten, the stakes are redefined, and the thrill is unparalleled. Not just a game, a revolution in motion. Imagine a world where every wager is a step closer to the ultimate prize. When the world plays safe, you play smart. Dimebit.com, casino, sportsbook, your playground of possibilities. It's engineered adrenaline, push past the boundaries, defy expectations. Visit us now.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, and maybe not the next month. I will be champion one day, I promise. I promise.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Brandon Moreno, and I'm so happy to announce my introduction to OnlyFans. It's time to get naked. Nah, I'm just kidding. video gloves, exclusive content, training, instructions, all that stuff and more. You can watch it in my OnlyFans channel. So guys, subscribe and see you there. Let's go.
This is how legends are made. I know I got what it takes. And I'm not pumping the brakes. And I'm not pumping the brakes. I'm too competitive. I like the narrative. I don't know best in the league. Who you comparing with? That isn't fetid. Top of the throne in his league. How you moving so on the speed? I just been bringing the heat. I just been bringing the fire.
An unprecedented night of fights. A tornado warning couldn't stop LFA number 230. There are the results. 5 fights, 4 ending by way of knockout or TKO. It began with a 4th first-round finish for Finn Martin, who improves to 2-0. Elias Rodriguez, 9th straight victory for the Corey Sandhagen protege. He improves to 4-0. And then the former Oklahoma Sooner wrestler Jake Woodley grinds out a unanimous decision in front of the hometown fans. And then we saw Oklahoma's own David Wright. He flew in like a tornado, overwhelmed the former title challenger John Moore for his 4th first-round finish. After losing his first 2 fights, he has reeled off 6 straight. And then, of course, the heavyweight performance by Charlie Cleveland was amazing. He gets himself on the UFC's radar with his 5th first-round finish. He improves to 6-1. Well, after going from Sao Paulo to Shawnee, Oklahoma, we will take a week off. But then the Mystic Lake Casino Hotel in Prior Lake, Minnesota plays host to LFA 231 on Friday, April 17th, live on Vice TV. The former champ, Elijah Johns, taking on a local Tanner Tremblay, who is looking for his 13th consecutive win. Thank you for riding the storm out with us here in Oklahoma. The LFA executive producer of the Imperial Family Companies, Ed Swartz, Sven Bean, and Mark Berry. Broadcasting team, Christopher Markwell. Our director, as always, Roberto Rios. Produced tonight by Jamie McClintock, Joe Amigle, our tech manager, AJ Pateco, stat master. For my broadcast partner, the champ, Gilbert Melendez, I'm Mike Ando. I'm Ron Kruk. That is all.